Today's video is going to be about some of the things that I purchased this year starting my firewood business. Hey everyone, welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Jason and this is Farming Mini. And on our channel we have a little over 4 acres and we do some gardening and little projects here around the farm. So if you find that interesting or you have something like that yourself, think about hitting that subscribe button to follow along with us. Hit that like button because it helps show that you guys enjoy the videos that we're making. But today's video is going to be about some of the things that I purchased this year starting my firewood business. And these tools are something that either makes it safer for me or just a little bit easier for me. So I'm gonna get started by showing you the first thing, which is my new chainsaw. This is the Stihl MS261. It's got an 18-inch bar, and from what I've been told, it's kind of the first of the Pro model. I guess it's kind of been declassified from that, but it's got the same components as the Pro models do. And it's a much lighter chainsaw than the previous one I have that I was using. The other one's a little bit bigger, but my plans were to sell that one and replace it with this Stihl. And so far I have not done that yet. I've been using both of them. I feel like if you have 2 chainsaws, it's hard to get rid of one. But anyways, this has been a great saw and something that's just big enough and just powerful enough to get through everything that we have here that we've been cutting. Now, anybody who uses chainsaws or splits wood or does anything like that knows that obviously a chainsaw is very important to have when you're dealing with any type of wood. And the second thing you're going to need is a good way to sharpen your chain, because it's inevitable that the chain's going to go dull. And I've tried different types of the bars and just couldn't quite get a good sharp chain as it was when it was new. So after going through a few products and doing a little research, like most people who have been in the business, they've come across this Stihl 2-in-1 chain sharpener. And I found it to be pretty reliable, pretty easy to use, and also makes the chain pretty sharp. So something that again I would recommend as well. Whatever chainsaw you decide to go with, this sharpener is pretty good. So again, chainsaw and chainsaw sharpener, my first 2 things that I picked up to make sure that I could keep going with cutting wood this past winter. All right, so I mentioned this one actually in my last video about must-haves for firewood business, but this hard hat, earmuff, and face shield combo is my next best purchase. I find myself using this thing all the time. If I'm hopping on the tractor or using anything else that has a little noise, pop the earmuffs, they're right there, you don't lose them. And then of course, if you are using the chainsaw and cutting, this face shield comes down and it's easy. Everything stays together. You're not looking for a bunch of different pieces. So by far, this is very helpful. All right, so now the last little piece of equipment that I have, again, and this is just the smaller equipment that I picked up that I found helpful or helps keep me safe. Not necessarily small in price, but just small in equipment size, and that is the LogOX. This LogOX has been very helpful for me to move these logs around, keep the logs off the ground when I'm cutting them, and that does a couple things. That keeps you safer and keeps your chain from digging into the dirt and getting dull really fast. But this LogOX is great for picking up the log rounds. You have this bar right here that comes off with these clips, or it gets added on with these clips, and that's what helps roll the log up and keeps the log off the ground when you're cutting it. Seems to be a really well built little piece of equipment. as far as I can't. And like I mentioned, it's been very helpful for me. A lot of these times I'm out here by myself, so you always need that extra hand. All right, everyone. Well, those are just a few of the items that we picked up this first year and that I found helpful, or that I enjoyed learning about and being able to help me get the job done with splitting firewood. Of course, that's not counting items like the log splitter behind me that we bought, the tractor that you may have seen us use in a lot of the videos that help move the logs around. Of course, those are helpful, but I just wanted to share a couple of the maybe either the safety items or the items that I found that have been really helpful, especially that chainsaw sharpener. That's been a game changer as far as keeping the chain nice and sharp. But what I would be interested in is finding out what you guys have picked up along the way and what you found to be helpful as far as either little tools or gadgets that make your job easier when you're splitting firewood. So if you would, drop a comment below, let me know. I always get excited to see those and read about what everybody else is doing. But anyways, I think this is going to wrap up this video. As I mentioned earlier, if you are new to the channel, think about subscribing to our channel. As always, I always appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next one.